So, right. Oh, I just closed NPCHC, didn't I? I'm going to be remaking a Marble Blast Evolve level, and I thought you might want to watch. So I'm going to record this so that I can use it in the future. I have all these Marble Blast Evolve videos backed up, so I can go through them frame by frame. Alright, so we have here, I know there's at least one block behind this, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's a 9 by 5 block, so let's start with that, shall we? Move the camera so we can see what we're doing. Zoom in so we can see what we're doing. This is where our start line is going to be. Is this camera sideways? Man, it's been a while since I've done this. Oh, yeah, right, this is a top-down camera, what am I thinking? Oh, wait, redo. Redo that, redo it all over again. It's been a while. Alright, let's move this up a bit, to the side a bit. And let's say start the level here, like this. This will make it easier to trace. In fact, let's move this down, and that'll be our start line there. So we need it 9 spaces high. No way. Unless I find evidence to suggest otherwise later in the video, I'm going to go ahead and assume that's what it needs to be. Okay, and then there is, in the last 5 blocks. Okay, since this is 5 blocks, I'm going to assume now that this is made up of 5 by 5 squares, and that it should actually be 10 wide. So. Oh. No, it's as wide as I wanted it. No. Go there. 1. Okay. So, duplicate that. I'll get around to everything else later, but right now I'm just laying the ground down, and then I'll get around to doing the walls. Ideally I'd want to do this with a duplicator, but I don't think that that would export with Marble Blast Gold map to diff, unfortunately. Okay, so we have another pathway over here, so we'll just duplicate that. Oh, I didn't want to make that full screen. Alright, so now we have 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so basically we have yep, fully aware of it, in fact. Kind of unfortunate, that's why I use Pale Moon. I understand the whole plugins are unsecure argument, but I want control over my browser because I know what I'm doing. This is the kind of thing that they would used to make an About Config option, and now instead, I'm missing all of it. I couldn't quite press pause in time. Okay, go back all the way to the beginning. I should be using the frame by frame feature. Why am I not? I don't know. Right, copy this, except now it's 3 blocks, apparently. I'll go through here and align all the normals after. Actually, hold on. I just realized all the bottom pieces should actually be underside, tile underside. Man, I'm Not remembering this very well. Alright. But at least I remember that before I have to go through all of them. Then again, I could just use a find and replace, and only find and replace the certain face, because it gives them a different face name. I could replace the one that's down. Alright. This is actually probably going to be an incredibly easy level to create, at least up until the point where we get to ramps. Ramps are, unless they're surrounded by something, they're a bit more difficult to judge how long they are. Right, so that looks right. I have to remember, there's going to be a right tile here, so I'll have to align all the normals later. Should be using frame by frame, but I'm not. Right, so we have another block of 5, and then another block of 5, and then another block of 5, and then a ramp. Okay. So basically this again. Now, ramps are annoying because unless you can use something in the surrounding area to judge its slope, you kind of just have to guess. Thankfully, the wall is not curved, so we can use this to judge its slope. So, we can count how many walls high this is, and therefore determine how high this needs to be. So, but we need to pay careful attention. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2. I need to go back. Okay. I need to make more landmarks. Okay, so 1, that lands on the bottom part of the third tile. And then there's 2. And then that lands in the top tile. Okay, so it's 1, 2 of those walls high, actually. So, that actually makes this much easier to make this ramp. It's not like Momentum where you kind of just have to eyeball it. There's one ramp in Momentum that you can definitively tell, but other than that, right, so. And how many ramps long is this block? If I had to take a guess, I'm gonna say it's 5, but I don't know. Yeah, it's 5. So yeah, it's 2 of these sections high. You can see it all in one shot here, actually. Okay, so it should be what's over here now. Right, so. Oh, what tool was it again? Pink compass tool. Yeah, I already know that, Clarke. I need to select the entire shape. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that one of those wall beginners is 4 of these high. So 1, 2. Would it be there or would it be one higher? Oh, well, it doesn't matter. I have the wrong thing selected. That would be even with the floor. That would be even with the next brick, the next brick, the next brick, next brick, next brick, next brick, next brick. It's there. It's that high. That looks actually like a pretty steep ramp. I know it might not to you, but it's a pretty steep ramp. You'd have to build up a lot of momentum to get up there, I think. But I think that's it. I think that's how high it has to be. And then we have another one. Okay, we have another section of blocks. So I'll just copy paste this one. If you're wondering why I'm resizing these sometimes instead of copy pasting them, it's because it makes it, I'm used to doing this because then it keeps all the normals aligned, but I don't really need to do it in a level like this, where I'm going to be realigning it anyway. Oh, that needs to be longer. Hold on. Yeah, this is pretty basic stuff. The arch is going to be the most difficult part, but even then it can be measured at least. Oh, okay. Hold on. And it's not really important to the level. The whole level doesn't hinge on it. Okay, let's go frame by frame here. Okay, we have another hallway. I'm going to continue to go vertically, so we'll do this. Needs to be one longer. That's where that goes, and then... Ooh. Okay. Then we turn, and then we have another turn, so... like this. Pretty much. Right, that needs to be longer even. It needs to go down. I can just match it with that. I hate measuring on this grid, even though they've made it as painless as possible. Okay, duplicate that. And then how long is this next hallway going to be? Two blocks? Okay, I can handle that. Okay, so that's been laid down, and then I'm gonna go ahead and assume that this ramp is the same height as before, because I think it is. You can kind of see. That would meet up, wouldn't it? So yeah, it's the same height of ramp. So, duplicate this. It's just the same ramp, turned sideways. Oh, I chose the wrong thing. I chose a diamond. I don't want to choose a diamond. Bringing it back down to there, wouldn't it? Yeah, it would. This actually looks quite interesting from the side, because from the side it just looks like kind of a building. You would never be able to tell that it's just a series of flat surfaces from one side. And after that we have more, so let's see. Back to this tool. We have a couple more of these, like that. That looks right, although it's not the right height, so I need to bring it down. Okay. Oh wow, this is a long hallway. We have 1, 2, and then 3 of these, and one of them is 4 blocks instead of 5. I don't know if that was intentional, but I'll go with it. Back up a little, back up a little. Okay, so going down the ramp. Okay, turn the corner, we have 3. I'm just checking my counting was right. 4, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. No, my counting was wrong. It actually is in style with the rest of the level. So, that's a thing. Of course, it's in style with the rest of the level because they wouldn't have missed something like that. Then again, they've missed a lot of texture alignment before, so I guess it wouldn't all surprise me. And then there's another one where they have the bit of a drop down, but it's an easily calculatable drop down. I don't know what texture's on the back of those tiles. I'm going to assume that it's the same texture as this wall here. That would, to me, look the nicest, so that's what I'm going to assume. It's a pretty big assumption, but I'd assume that, and I wouldn't feel bad about assuming that. You kind of have to guess sometimes. There's not really always a way to know for sure. Okay, so that goes there. And although he skips that entire portion of the level in his speed run of it, he does show it. So it just continues downwards like a stream. Like this. I can do it entirely on this screen, in fact. How many times does it go down? 3? 1, 2, 3. Oh, there's a fourth one. You can barely see it, but there's a fourth one. Well, you can't barely see it. The wall around it kind of gives it away. If there was no wall, you wouldn't be able to see it, really. And it just continues like that, except there it switches directions. It goes 1, 2, and then it goes to the finish. Okay. I've spent this whole time not even looking at the 3D view. Wow. Right, we went this way. And then it goes down, and down, and down, and down, and down some more, and down some more. It actually kind of looks cool just with platforms, but I'm going to need to add the original styling to it, because Marble Blast Evolve styling is so cool I couldn't pass on that, so. But we have the basic idea of the level now. And this needs to be longer. Just checking. Always check. Yeah, looks like that's good. Alright, we have the ground now. So now comes the boring part, where I have to add in the arches, which I'll do in the mission editor, and the side railing. Side railing will be easy but uninteresting. So let's do it. Right. This level's just called Wall, so I'll save it here. Wall. There we go. Alright, so let's put this all in a group actually, and we'll call it the floor. Just click on it. Floor. Alright. So now we duplicate this. And we put it over here. Or actually, where do the walls line up to? I'll go back to the points in the video where that begins. The walls line up along the outside, and you can notice that they actually go well below the floor for some reason. So I'm going to move that over, right? make this the proper height. There are 4 bricks. You can clearly see there are 4 bricks. This is where an edge will be. And before I go ahead and copy and paste that everywhere, I want to see, later in the video you can clearly see, yeah, you can see that there's an inside area there. You can kind of see it off the distance. There's kind of like you can see where there's like plate 1 underneath. It's the only really real spot where you can see underneath the level, I think. Oh, no, there was another quick peek there. Let's take a look. Right, he turns the camera. You can kind of see behind everything there is plate 1. It's hard to see. Oh wait, now we can see it way better. Underneath all those platforms there's like a section of plate 1. Although it ends there. Okay, so the walls, they don't go further down. There's actually a bunch of plates underneath all these, although for some reason it stops at the finish line. But I assume that every other block has like one of these squares of plates underneath them, and they look to be in one from this wall. Okay, that's easy enough to replicate. I can do that. Or actually, no. That's not what's going on there. All of these tiles are actually brushes individually, and they go down and they have like a plate 1 underneath there. That's what that is, I think. I'm trying to see if it lines up. It looks like those 4 bricks there. Yeah, it stops after the 4 bricks. You can kind of see it. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can just make it out. So, it does not do this, in fact. It does not meet like you might think it would. So let's change this texture to wall beginner. Actually, I didn't have everything selected. Texture, wall beginner. Yeah, it's tilted the wrong way. Right, how do you do this again? Is it 45? I think? No, that skews the texture. Minus 90? Nope, that flips it. Maybe it's this way. No. 0.5? No. Okay. I think the way I would have gone about flipping this texture is actually like this. I would have just shrunken this down. I would have rotated this shape. Not like that. Like that. And also the texture is too big. I need to make it smaller. There we go. Does that line up with the beginning of the level's texture? Kind of hard to tell. Let's see. I need to extend this out, and then I can compare it to the first couple seconds here. The top 2 have a line here. Yep, that is absolutely correct. So, that is now right. And we can move this backwards. Actually, I'll do the opposite axis later. Let's just focus on this for now. So this doesn't really matter, because it's not like the tiles in that it has such a huge normal. So move that. And we'll just do this for every single one of these. Oh no, they're all being added to the floor. I don't want that. Make that into new group, drag it back out into the world spawn. No business with the floor. You are the wall. Oh yeah, for some reason there's no rename option there. You just have to click and wait on it. Alright. Now with the ramp, this did line up. So what I have to do, I don't know if... Can you see that at any point? What does the wall look like underneath the ramp? The wall follows the ramp up. It follows the ramp up, but... It follows the ramp up, but it's cut with the knife. It looks like. I think that's what it is. Also, I need to find and replace tile underside. I need to replace tile underside with plate 1 and then resize plate 1 appropriately. There we go, that should do it. It looks too small here, but it's actually correct. So, actually, this beginning area, no, that lines up correctly. This beginning area still has the plates underneath, it's just that they're only 1 block high. Okay. So, copy this, paste that over there, and then I'll just make it the entire height of the ramp. Actually, no, I know what the... Shoot, I know exactly what Pocket did here. And I don't like it. But I know exactly what he did. But I wish I could see the bottom of that ramp. But I know exactly what he did. He made... Okay, what he did... For some reason he didn't do it with this ramp. But everywhere else, he just changed these, the side of these, instead of being tile beginner like I have here, but just cut off. He made that plate 1 texture, which is so aggravating. So now I have to change them all, and I don't know if that'll be as easy of a find replace operation. It looks alright, I guess. And then the top, I guess he left alone, I think? No, he didn't leave the top alone. He just made it 4 blocks height at every point. So like this, I guess. Shoot. How would that be parallel? At what point is that parallel? Can't be here. I didn't make this tall enough. There we go, there we go. Okay, we'll do this. This is a shape that constructor would fail to export. There we go. This looks weird, but the rest is okay. Let's see if I can fix that by just doing this. There we go. I didn't want to both. There we go. Okay, now I know. Now I'm fully aware what I have to do with the rest of these floor pieces. Let me see if I can. Whoop. How did that happen? Oh no, I didn't want to do that. That didn't save, did it? That didn't save. I don't know when the last time I saved was. I don't know how I would have exited that guy. I don't use the Clarke Explorer. Okay, I lost all my walls. You know what? Forget the walls for now. Floor. I know how to make those walls. I can do it again. I need to find and replace. I hate that. There we go. Well, first I need to replace that tile underside again. I didn't lose a whole lot. I'll have to deal with the ramps. Hold on. Hold the phone. I need to deal with the ramps having a different scale on the bottom. Oh. Yeah, it needs to be half that size, because it's 0.125. There we go. Okay, that texture was rescued. And this texture can be rescued. Okay, so we did that. Now we need to... Okay, some menu is not working when I mouse over it, it looks like. But, I need to search and replace... Yeah, object by specific. Polyhedron faces. I need to search for north. What do these use? It should count. Oh, maybe I need to do object by name. North and polyhedron faces. There you go. Okay, those need to be plate 1 as well. Those need to be plate 1. and their scale needs to be half. This time I don't think I have to rescue the ramp texture. I think it'll just align. I hope it'll just align. If not, I guess I could do it by texture wrapping south. Actually, it's a good thing that I did this, because I had it in group. I could just select the group. Oh wait, I didn't actually replace the texture. I'll type that again. There we go. East. This kind of stuff always happens when you're remaking levels from videos, because you can't possibly know everything beforehand. You have to learn as you go along. Oh wait, that's the wrong texture. Here we go. And west. That was especially true of Quagmire. I definitely learned as I went along with that one. Okay, now everything is the correct texture. Not necessarily aligned because I can't see normals in Quark, but it should be. Now, one other thing I have to change here is this is a separate brush from that. Plain as day. Because this has to be the height of 1. In fact, all of these brushes here do. I've been working on Marble Blast all day. I hope that these are the right height, because it'd be a pain in the butt to align them all. But I don't think I would have made the mistake of getting their height wrong, but who knows? And if that trend continues, then this should actually be a separate brush as well. Okay, good. Okay, so we can save that. Now this is a little bit closer to the final level. Plate does not have to be in a separate thing. Alright, let's get back to the walls. Have to do that again. The level itself is easy to make. The ground is easy to make. It's the easiest thing to make. But it's just the decoration that's difficult. And you can rebound off the decoration. It's a valid part of the level as well. Let's not forget what I did before. Oh, come on. Okay. That is not correct. Not correct. Oh wait. Yeah, that was correct. Whoops. Okay, that is correct. Checking that it's the correct size. Actually, I think it is. I don't need to change it. Go. Oh, and let's be sure right away that we put it in its own group wall, and which, funny enough, is the name of the level. And I love how the annote says in the video that they need a new name for this level, but I'm going to stick with that name. I'm going to call it Wall. Matt might want to change it, but I'm sticking with it. I'm going to continue to call it its currently official name. They might have changed it, I don't know. Being a lot more careful to align this right this time. It's important. Well, actually, it kind of really isn't. Let's just copy-paste. It's so much easier to duplicate. If only you could easily align the textures along the way. Okay, that's all I need so far, and then this part again. This part I already know how to do. Now that I've done it once, and caught it on video even. So, if I forget, it's not like there's a big issue. But all I need to do, let's zoom in on the 2D grid actually, is bring this up 4 and then another 4, and then cut it with a knife. Not that difficult. There we go. Good night. Love you too. Okay. That was not tall enough. This is tall enough. Okay. I don't know if this looks weird or normal. Because it does look kind of weird, but if I assume that it's not supposed to be like this, it's inconsistent with the part up there. I wish I could see underneath that, but he doesn't quite jump high enough to show it. Give me a clue. I have none. That's the closest you'll get to a clue. You can see it right there. Piece underneath the wall is in a bit. And then there's the arch behind it. But I can't tell if that continues all the way over there. It kind of looks like it doesn't. It kind of looks like it doesn't, but I can't tell. too distant. It's too far away. I think I can make something out there. I think the plates are there. That's why the arch exists. The arch exists to cover that up. It covers that inconsistency up so you can't see it. I think that's why that they surrounded that ramp with arches, because there's the plates, and then there's the plates, and then there's an arch, and then there's no plates on that ramp. There's an arch again, and then you'd see the plates again. That's what they did. They covered up that inconsistency using those arches. Okay, I got it now. I understand now. So this looks weird right now, but we'll cover it up. Cover it up. Well, we'll cover it up so that it doesn't look weird anymore by covering it up with arches. And then you won't even know the difference. See how much better you know these levels by simply remaking them. Alright, so we have a similar deal over here. A large section here where I'm not putting any walls yet because I'm going to deal with the rest of the walls later. That'll be the same. Oh wait, it's all too high up right now. That's better. And that's better. Right. So I'll deal with that end section after. For now, let's save. Take a look at our nice level, how it's turning out so far. Looks good, actually. And now we need to add the walls that are on the vertical side of things. So let's do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back here, duplicate that, and rotate it. Except of course that doesn't line up. Why would it line up? There. Now it's in line with the grid. And I can line it up with everything else. So let's put it there. Oh, I missed a wall. I missed the inside portion here. And actually, those need to meet up, don't they? The floor doesn't, but those need to meet up. I don't know why I would think otherwise. I guess I do, it's because the floor is so weird that it's throwing me off of everything else. Okay. Worry about lining up that texture later, if even needed. If I even decide to go to that level of detail. Oh wait, I can't do that. There's a ramp there. Okay. So, because this ramp is facing the other way, oh, and also all these walls are too low. Whoops. That needs to be up there. That needs to be up there. And this needs to be up there. Do these need to be higher? Oh, I missed a wall. Actually missed one. There we go. right. This level seems to favor the horizontal direction over the vertical direction. So we'll do that. And I'll do this. And this. The insane OCD level of detail I'm going to here. Oh wait, that's the reverse of what I want to do. Leave that, leave that. And then that's alright. Does this need to be? Yeah, it needs to be raised. Checking that all these walls are high enough. Okay. And then what I'm going to do, because this was such a pain to make, is I'm just going to copy that and move it over here. Because it'll be more convenient to just rotate it. Now is that facing the right way? Looks like. Alright. That's good. More walls. This needs to be moved down. Let's match with this. Hold on. That ramp isn't the right height. That ramp is not the right height. Let's go over there. This ramp needs to get a selection. It needs to match up with this. And now everything else beyond that has to move down. One space. There. I should have saved before doing that. Save that. Back to this tool. Is that right? Yeah, that's all right. Okay. This can go here. Oh, more corrections. Okay. This needs to happen. Up. Up. Right. Left. And that needs to actually, that doesn't need to happen. What needs to happen there is there actually needs to be a weird one space where the edge white goes through this wall. So, take that and then duplicate it, move it all the way over there. I don't know why the decision to do this was better than to just have the edge white not be visible here. But it was, for some reason. Alright, and of course, that brings me to the part where I need to add edge whites. So save that. And let's just fill in this gap. So move that down one, down a bunch. Click on that in the 3D view so that nothing else gets in the way. Edge white should already be aligned. As you can see, it is. So now this has to move all the way out here. Oh, it's not aligned on every side. Wouldn't you know it? Okay. 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 Is that a sign of something? Oh dear, it is. Hopefully that just plays along nicely. I'm going to need to rewrap these textures here. Where are you? There. Let's find you on the 2D grid. They're all 2D grids. The top-down grid. If only there was a more efficient way. There probably is. There probably is. I'm just entirely self-taught. And do it for the other ramp. Where's the other ramp from here? 2D grid. There. Alright. We'll start with the bottom this time, just for the sake of variety. Oh wait, wrong side. Okay. Alright. That's the beginning. I'm going the wrong way. This is easy to modify. It doesn't have to be nearly as advanced because I don't have to make that into a ramp yet. There's a section where it is a ramp. I don't need to make it into a ramp there. I'm starting to question whether the height of those ramps is correct. Let me check. They're 4 bricks high. So, probably not. That doesn't look like 4 bricks. I'm probably gonna have to compress all of this, won't I? There's a problem here. These are not supposed to be horizontal. That didn't make a difference. $91.80. Ah, there we go. Okay, let's do that. I can do that with every texture, in fact. Because none of the textures are skewed for the wall beginner. Okay, but that doesn't change the fact these are the wrong height. So I need to make them the right height, which means I need to move all these up. So the 2D grid should make this decently easy. How I made this mistake, I don't entirely know. There you go. That should now all be the right height. And yeah, I think I know how I missed that. It's because this texture is too small and my brain forgets that sometimes. Let's make this into an entirely different group. Wall, edge. And we'll drag that into the world spawn again. There we go. Now this cube is on its own separate journey. This wall needs to be shorter. Not that short. There we go. Look how quickly this is going. I mean, bear in mind, these levels would have taken way longer to make because you actually have to imagine them first. But this is going very smoothly. I only need this wall here. This shouldn't be a problem, should it? Nope. No, it won't be. Or will it be? What height is this wall supposed to be? I guess it doesn't matter. If everything is going according to the way it has been so far, then that wall is already the correct height. So, I know it looks a bit weird in reverse, but you're never gonna look there. Who would look behind themselves? That'd be ridiculous. Okay. We have almost everything done now. We just need to go back and add these edge pieces over top of every other wall. So, or actually, do they climb down? Yeah, they climb down the walls, so we need to make them climb down the walls as well. Well, I can do that. Let's start here. Let's actually just start here. Mouse, cooperate with me. Thank you. I haven't had my mouse act up a whole lot recently, but it's annoying when it does. And these two will be partners through the ages. And that needs to go down further to meet with the one underneath it. Or not meet with it. What do I do there? Can I see it in the video? Clearly the wall does go down there. You can see that. You cannot see behind you. Okay, well I'm going to assume, since that looks super weird, that that wall is only... that white is only the height of that wall, I think? It's kind of difficult to see how that could go anyway and still look nice. Oh, you can see it for a split second. It meets up with that wall. It does meet up with it. So wait, does the edge eat out of the wall? The edge meets up with the side of the floor. Does it eat out of the side of that wall only? It's hard to tell. Well, I guess it has to. It has to, because how else would it do it? How else would they make it line up? So this specific one eats out of the side of this wall. There we go. The rest of them do not. Okay, good. That's been resolved. Such a weird vibe that you get from this level. It feels very, I don't know, video game-y, but that doesn't really describe it. Marble Blast Ultra as a whole is video gamey, but just very Marble Blast Evolved-ish. There's such an architecture to it. It has such a style. Even just using the same textures as Marble Blast Ultra does, it really has its own style. That part's done. Okay. So save. I'll just use Control S from now on. Wait a minute. That suggests that this is supposed to go down here and they just forgot to make that meet. I think that's what happened, but I'm not going to touch that. I'm going to leave that alone. So anyway, there's supposed to be edges up there. This edge white texture is very nice in that you do not have to rotate it or anything like with the beginner wall I just had to do to manipulate it. because it's the same on every side. I'm gonna make that line up even though I don't have to. I suppose I should do this. There we go. Make sure those things aren't inside of each other. This is where I do have to skew the edge white. I'll save that part for last because who knows what could go wrong. Right. Let's just duplicate this. Use that over there. Wait. Oh, that's too far. I'm saving that part for last. I'm not going to be able to do the floating platforms attached to the arches until I've got the arches, which means I'm going to need to export this, put this into the mission editor, put the arches, measure out their height, because I don't know what height they are, and then make the floating platforms. I'm not going to do that in this video, I'll do that later. Just making the initial interior right now, and it's actually turning out pretty fast. I'm doing this pretty fast, I'm not doing this slowly. This is actually already probably like 60% or so done. I don't know. It's a good percent done. One of the few people that can do this because I know how to use Clarke right now. Sadly, actually, let's do. Whoa. Okay, let's just do this. Yeah, I'm just waiting on Clarke to update right now. That's all I'm waiting on. I could do a video with this version, but it's not ideal. I'd rather wait until it's made official. The one programmer, I think, Daniel Ferros, that I saw was working on the project, he knew what he was doing, but it's one guy. You can really only expect so much. I mean, we're 3 guys and we're moving at the speed of molasses right now. That's another ramp there, so I'm gonna skip that. Skip that. Getting pretty late. Should stop soon. But I'll make it until I have all the edges. Including the ramps here. That's not going to be the right height, so I'll need to move it down. I think that's right. Nope. Wrong. That's right. What's going on there? Go. There we go. Right. I did not expect to be done this interior this fast. I mean, minus start line, finish line, and the arches. This is done. Done, done, done. Done, 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 done. Alright, oh, I still need to do the ramps. So let's do those. Thankfully, this is incredibly easy. Now that I have the ramp already charted out, all I have to do is align that to its grid, really, and paste that. And then take both of these and duplicate them and rotate them so that they fit this ramp over here. Where are those buttons? That's not the right size for that underneath tile. This is the size it's supposed to be, isn't it? I'm just checking that this is sized correctly before I make that assumption. Yeah. Alright, that's wrong. That's wrong. Let's do it this way. There. No. Okay, so I was wrong to assume that it had to be so small. Now it should line up, right? And this ramp. Same story. There, now it lines up with everything else. Alright, wow, this looks weird from underneath. Let's add the start line and finish line. That's another easy thing we can do. Okay, in the video we can only see that many, so start line can go pads, start pad. Well, it doesn't need to be all the way up there. It needs to be down here. Silly. Okay, so it can be in the middle. Where is it in the video exactly? There are 1, 2 tiles in front of the wall, and then it's in the middle of that third tile. There. Okay. So I think it's there. Oh, it's too high up. There we go. Yeah, you can clearly see it is in the right spot. Alright. There's another one at the end. You have to insert a finish pad. I think if the start pad is anything to go by, that finish pad is in the right spot. Kind of hard to see with the light in front. Oh no, it's only one block away from the end. So it actually needs to be there. Which makes me want to go back and check the start pad, but I know it's already going to be correct. Has to be. There's no way that I made the entire level off. It's surely 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, and it's 2 away from that wall, so it has to be there. That's the way it is. It's just that the finish pad is in a different place in relation to the other one. So there we go. That's the whole interior, start to finish, with the start and end pad. Alright, I think I'm just about done that for now.